It says I'm live. I just need to actually be able to look at both comments and to see if it's working. So anyway, wanted to welcome everybody. We're going to be doing a little bit of an update on World Anvil. Thank you all for stopping by. Basically, I was trying to set this up for people who had some access over the past 7 months because they had backed the CKG Kickstarter. And hopefully everybody went in and looked and saw what they wanted to. Thank you, Chuck. He's telling me I'm live. I'm just going to try to get it on my phone here so I can look at comments. Yeah, we've had a good turnout. It's looking good. People are checking it out, and basically we're trying to make it where people can start using it more. So as we get there, we're going to look for input from you guys, and would love to get some feedback. As always, you can hit me up here while we're talking. You can join us over on Discord, and let me just see if I move over to this. Is it going to change what is on your screen? No. Yes, it did. See, it wasn't doing that before, but I think it's because I had, yeah, all right, it was doing that because I had that set up there. If I put it over here, I bet you that will not happen. Anyway, I'm at the cabin. I haven't made it back to Maine yet. COVID and my aging Boxer has kept me from there. So you will periodically hear shotguns. Someone's shooting over across the creek, between the creek and the river where I am. I don't know why they're doing that. They just seem to be having a good time. So we'll just let them continue with whatever they're doing. And so periodically you may see me jump. 2 days ago they were just shooting off handguns right and left, I know, and then the semi-automatic. So maybe they're either planning to take over, north central Arkansas, or they're just like playing with their guns. I know it's hunting season. I've been told, Chuck says that we're buffering like crazy. I thought I had gotten this fixed. My upload speed has been a problem, and I recently switched over to satellite and satellite internet, and the upload had gotten much better, but with everybody on the internet, maybe there's been some slowdowns. I've noticed my download speed is pretty slow compared to where it was. So Chuck is again telling me that now he sees nothing. Still saying we're live, giving me a delay of 1 second, which is not unsurprising. It's usually about 15 seconds here. So we'll just give it a few seconds, see if all this settles down. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. I'm not sure if we have anybody watching even. So if we do, just give me a shout in the text room, in the chat room in here, so I can know that you're there. Hopefully it will work out. So we're gonna talk a little bit about, yeah, maybe go to audio only. I thought I might do that, but really the video is supposed to be showing you the website, so I can show people the world of aired. Can you see the website? Hal is telling me it's all good. It may be where people are. It may be buffering here. But that brings me to a good point. I will wanted to tell everybody we just sent out a newsletter, but announcing a partnership with Tabletop, with Shard Tabletop. We're going to be putting our 5th edition stuff up there. Very excited about that. Just another place for VTT, and for right now we're getting a lot of the. We're going to be putting up a lot of 5th edition stuff. You can go to their site, which is www.shardtabletop.com, and if you sign up for a free account right now, you'll get AO Rising Knight for 5th edition for free, I believe. Is that correct, Hal? If you want to type that in, Hal, feel free to. Just put the link in there. I can, if I can find where my stuff is. I'll go to the dashboard here and get back to where I can see things on here, but I am buffering quite a bit, I noticed. I'm not sure what the speed is, but I'm seeing things on my phone where Scott is saying that there's a delay off and on. So that's probably has to do with the weather, my lack of hair. You know, who knows? I've been sort of pleased with the satellite. It's certainly better than it was, but now it's giving me problems. Exactly when I want to try and do something. So okay, I can see we've got about 16 viewers. So we're going to give everybody a few more minutes, and just be patient with me on this. I will try to speak slow and succinctly so that you can hear me out. So I wanted to welcome everybody that came from the CKG. Basically, when we started World Anvil, we wanted to try and give everybody a chance to try it out. So we have a free follower status, and you can go and check out the free stuff. All you have to do is follow us and then send me an email, and I give you access for that. If you want a little more, we have 3 different levels, and those that signed up for the CKG, depending on their reward level, they got 1 tier, or they got the 2nd tier or the 3rd tier. And the 3rd tier covers everything. It has all the maps, it has all the bells and whistles, if you will, the adventures, the rulers, the kingdoms, the deities, all the mythology, basically anything that's an aired, not monsters and spells yet, but beyond that is in there. And so there's a lot for you to go check out. You can take, I don't know, we must have like 25, 30 adventures in there now. And for $15 a month, you get access to all of those and any ones that we put up. We're going to continually be putting these things up on World Anvil. And someone told me we're working on a character sheet, which is pretty cool. We don't know that we're going to be able to put it up there. I'm not sure the full integration is there yet, but we'll have it ready if it's not. And maybe someone can give me an update on whether that's happening. So thanks for checking in. Again, if you have any questions, put them in there. But what we'll do now is basically maybe just start taking a quick look through the world of Aird on World Anvil. Let me get over here. This is really annoying. I was hoping it would be better. But so now I've got the world of Aird going up. And you can see from what you saw on your screen was basically the free access and who has created it. And then as we go down, you can learn how to get your free access and what we're doing in there and how to begin. Thank you, Chuck. Chuck is saying that it's smooth on his end now, so maybe things are getting a little bit better. I still don't see it moving yet, so I'm trying to watch it on the phone and then go through it here so I don't have too much lag. But as you get down to the meat of it, you have what has called the World Codex, timelines, maps, featured articles, and the most recent article that someone's been working on. We have a team that has been helping out, and they're doing a great job adding stuff. Uh, and right now we have 195 followers. I'd love to see that over 200. Uh, so that would really make my day just to get that over 200, maybe by the end of the week. I have a goal of having 300 followers by the end of the year. To do that, we have to start getting the word out and start showing people what they can see and do and play with here. And one of the things we were talking about with Shard Tabletop is maybe getting some sort of early integration into this. Basically, maybe making a frame within Shard so that you can see World Anvil there. Now we just had a conversation late last night, and we just started that conversation, but I think that would be really cool if we can do something like that. Hey, Lord Deus, how's it going? Thank you guys for stopping by. About 10:30, I'm going to make a quick announcement. It's going to be something for you guys, so stick around. That's your little teaser to make sure you stay here and watch me drink my coffee and hear me blather on. It still doesn't seem like it's moving. Now, of course, I might be frozen. Can you guys see the codex on the screen with the list on the left-hand side? And then the maps on the right-hand side, and then the timelines in the middle. Because mine's basically just coming in so slow I can't follow it. Let me try something on. Okay, so you can see that. All right, cool. So here you can see for followers, which is real easy. Anything that's in the free section is going to be in the followers section. And I've covered this with people before, but here you can see it. There's aired, whatever is in the section for aired of all the lands, and some of the descriptions is in there. The deity stat blocks. Anything that is free for following is going to be in this section. Kingdoms, fiction, adventurers, NPCs, and then you have the rest that is for paid, and we'll go through some of that. You've got the history of aired, which is basically the first half of the codex, and then you even have a short and a long full history of aired. That, I believe, is the short history is for the $5 and $10, and then you have the $15, which is the full history of aired. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to change my. Try and see if I can change my phone setting so that I can see that a little bit better. The problem is right now I didn't want to totally commit to the satellite, so we kept our DSL line. My wife is using that one some, and I'm using this one, making sure everything works. But sometimes nothing works, although that looks a little bit better. The download, for some reason, on the DSL is better than the one on the satellite, although the upload is better on the other one. So if I just wanted to keep paying outrageous amounts of money, I guess I could, but I'm not going to. Yeah, Chuck is hiding. I think he's doing some work right now, but he's also tuning in here every once in a while. So hopefully now you're seeing the full history of aired, so you can hit anything you want and just start reading. I'm not sure why you can't find it on World Anvil. I will give you the link here, and we'll put it up right after I show the days before days. And this is a big document. The codex is somewhere over 300 pages, and so you're going to have about 180 pages worth of content right here. And the nice thing about it is all searchable. You can go anywhere you need to find. If you want to look up Zinc, the town of Zinc, click it, and it'll take you all over the place and find that. People have been going in this last week and doing a lot of adding of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Each week we're trying to add more and more and more stuff. So just kind of once you have your thing, I do a Patreon update. All this once you start going to the pay parts, it's through Patreon. So for $5, $10, or $15, you get a chance to see all this. And you go to Patreon, and then about once a week I send out an update of what we've done for this and for GM Tricks of the Trade, which also is covered in all of the World Anvil Patreons. You can see even up here at the top, because I'm an administrator, it's showing me who has access to this particular section, and that's the deities. That's the highest level. So we're going to back out of that for a second. And so you can got the history of the Aird. Then you've got the atlas, which for me is sort of the meat of it. It shows all the maps and everything. All right, let me see. So here's let me get the link out there for you. I just saw that again. Try that right there. That should get you there. Alright, so now we're back to this, the Atlas, which gives you the continents, the greater islands and archipelagos, the oceans and seas, and then the cradle of the world, which is the land of Ursul, which is, you know, basically where most of the action is happening these days. Darkenfold, Gotland, Knee, Alstrag, Kaelmar. If you followed all the adventures in the A and C, you know that those are in Aird. And those are mostly set in these areas. So that gives you that. Let's see where we are. Yeah, it's just now catching up with us on the Atlas. Again, I apologize for the slowness of the stream, but I'm going to try and be patient with it, because not everybody lives in the middle of nowhere like I do. So I'm just going to wait here a second. I'll tell you, last time we talked, I was working on my sourdough bread recipe. I'm happy to say that it's almost there. Still not getting quite the rise that I want to out of the bread, but I've tweaked my starter. And last night I got it all mixed up. And then this morning, it almost doubled in size. It's getting close. I need to get it a little bit more. Now you have two people talking over each other. I swear it's only me and you know, the devil on my shoulder, but he doesn't say much. Is anyone else having that problem where you've got two voices? No? All right. Well, we'll keep going. Let me know if you do have that problem, and we'll see what can happen. And here we can go into the adventures. Now, we've got some that are outside the lands of Ursul, but we haven't put those up yet, like the Haunted Highlands, because we're still working on getting all those retooled. But if you take a look, you'll see Adventures in the Land of Ursul, and then you'll see Adventure Series, Beneath the Canopy Green, which will come up for you here in just a second. That's the C Series, which is going to have 7 adventures in it. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I hear voices a lot, but not usually on the computer. So Beneath the Canopy Green, and then the Umbridge Saga, which is basically all of the A series. And all of them are in here, and you can see them. See some on the left, but a full listing in order are here on the right-hand side. So you're going to have all the way from AO Rising Knight, all the way up to A17, and then the appendix from A13 through A17. I think Wayne did that not too long ago, so that's a new piece, and that's pretty cool. So you've got all those adventures, 17, 24, and then we've got a few standalone adventures. Lure of Delusion, Dwarven Glory. Those are actually shouldn't be in there. That needs to be fixed. Those are part of the S series, uh, but those 4 are not. And then you've got Shadows of a Green Sky, just a whole bunch of adventures you can take a look at. And you know you can. They're all got maps in them. They've all got everything that would be in the adventure that you buy, except for now they're totally searchable. They have color maps, or if, in some cases if they're color, and a little synopsis about it with anything that may take you out other places. It's got links in it. So you can see there's a lot to do, and I hope the people that were in the CKG or starter Kickstarter got a chance to look through it, because as of Monday, anyone except for the 7 months, those end in November, those will be switched back to follower status. So in order to keep your deity status or ruler status, you're going to have to re-up on Patreon. And I'll get that link out here in just a bit and show you where the Patreon is. And if you we'll get it up and I'll show you the benefits that you get for each level here in a few minutes as well. So are you seeing Shadows of a Green Sky? You are. Good. So let's go to the document. Once you hit that, you're going to see basically what's in the book just translated over here. There'll be the terms, there'll be beginning play, introduction, and then going into the meat of it. And the nice thing about it, I think, is that everything is linked up and searchable. That's what makes it handy to me. Now, some people love to have books. I don't have a whole bunch of books all over there. Well, that's weird. Oh yeah, there was a lot of time and effort put in this. We had about a dozen people working, putting things in with Bake Sauce and Moondog, and especially Wayne and let's see, Honey Badger, and everybody's got nicknames. But all these people put in just a lot of time to make this happen. So it's been a lot of fun. Well, that's weird. Even that link, Lord Deus, didn't get you in? Well, email me. We'll see what we can do. You can find me at tim@trollord.com. Which is just that's very odd. But anyway, you can kind of wander through this and look at all the adventures. You can play these adventures in order. It's a great little system to have to help you out with your adventures. And if you even have your own, you know, you can still use the maps. You can still use all the deities, the kingdom, the economy, the timelines, the weather. You know, there's just so much in here that will help you out. Now let's go back a little bit, and wanted to take a quick look at the maps. A lot of you have seen this before, so I apologize for the repetition, but I think the maps are one of the cooler things that we've done. Now these maps were put together, and then when we put them online, we had to figure out how to make them work. So if you're in the Darkenfold like I am now, you can just mouse over anything and it'll give you a synopsis, you know, a snippet of what's in there. Click on it again, and then you're going to get the full article. And then if there's anything that happens in that town, like I think Alice has something, you can see when you get there. I gotta slow down, and you'll find out that Alice Village down at the bottom is going to have a referenced adventure. If something happens in there, we put it there. So if you're just wandering around the area and see an adventure you want to play, that's perfect. If you're already in Shades of Mist, then you can take that one and use this map for it, and it'll help you along. So let me see where you guys are. You're getting close, but oh, it looks like it's cutting off part of the section for you. At least I can see. It says definitely one of the coolest features. For dum-dums like me, it was super handy to have the Storyteller's Dictionary alongside the map to understand all the different geographic features. Yeah, there's a lot in here, and the dictionary is great. I love that thing. That's one of the books that a lot of the trolls worked on. Steve, myself, uh, Davis, we all kind of put that together, and I think it's wonderful. I would actually like to expand upon it, maybe do some more, do it separate. Do some arms and armor in there, do some other things like that. Oh, here comes Maggie. I was telling somebody earlier today that we've had to build a ramp for her to get up to her futon now. She's about 12-year-old boxer, and she's definitely definitely feeling her age. She doesn't like the warm weather. It's like 70 today. I think it's supposed to be down to 40 tonight, so that'll be better for her. Anyway, you guys are finally seeing what I'm seeing. So we're on the village, and so you can kind of just go right from here, go over here, and again start exploring anywhere on the map. You can zoom in and out of the map, I believe, just by, for me, it's using my mouse. But there's some guides and everything. Anybody have any questions? Let me see if I can find the Patreon account and put that link up in case you guys are interested in joining us. And let me see if that should do it right there. Where are you? Nope. Sorry, jumping around here. That link right there should get you into the Patreon account, and you can see, what's in there. I'll give you a little bit. There's a $5, a 10, well, $1 for the GMTT, $5 to get you into World Anvil, $10 gets you as a ruler, which gets you more, and then the $15 gets you everything. You get all the maps, kingdoms, climate, weather, languages, peoples, economy, flora, all that. It said at that point there was 540 articles. I'm imagining it's probably close to about 800 now, maybe 1,000. All access to our sister worlds when they become available, like Davis's in Zaya, siege engine stuff, fiction, adventures, anything in aired and will be there. And then you also get the GMTT database. And let's see. I'll get to that question here in just a second. Access to the stream like we're doing now. We're going to start doing more special access, limited to just World Anvil fans. Then you're going to get Discord chat, which you can go over and join our Discord. Chuck usually has that running through the stream, so I don't put it down, but I can here in a bit. You'll also get a Discord supporter role, which gives you access to the Supporters Club channel, where Chuck's in charge of that. I have no idea what that means, but I sort of know that it has some extra benefits and it's cool, so go join it. Let's see. You backed the CKG and the Road to Adventure. When will my access end? Well, it depends on what level you backed on at the CKG level. That there was a 1, 3, and 6 months, and one of the stretch rewards pushed that back. So all CKG ones end at the end of November. Now the Road to Adventure one, I think, is in there, so we'll be doing that. So a few of you may be into that. I have to double check and see where that one is. I can't even remember what we offered on that. Let's see if we did anything at all. Did we? Does anybody know? I know we talked about it, but I've got so many things in my head that I can't really remember. Well, we probably did. So basically, if you're in the one in CKG, that ends in November. If you're doing something for this, I don't remember what level it goes to, but you would probably get access to that as well. And is it possible to somehow add custom content to the map or Anvil page? I'd love to flesh out the maps for my own games a little more. At this point, it's not. I mean, I think if you do your own world on World Anvil, I think you can go in and overlay stuff on yours, but it won't show up on the World Anvil, World of Arid, World Anvil on our page. They're still working on doing some of that, and next year, some point, they're doing community stuff, which we're really excited about, and I believe that's going to allow people to have their own sort of section where they can put in information. Like, for instance, if you put something in a part of Koth, which we don't have anything there, and you have created your, adventure in that area, you should be able to kind of flesh that out if you want to, and then we'll even have some community adventures and try to add some adventures for people depending on the level that they're in. Then everybody could get a chance to look at it if you wanted to give them that right. But you can also have it in your own world. So it's still kind of growing. That's the fun thing about this. We got into World Anvil probably a little bit past the home user, and then Frog God was doing it, and we said, hey, that looks pretty cool. I think Chuck had found that and was playing around with it some, and so we decided we wanted to get into it because we have a fully realized world, and it seemed perfect for it. There's some stuff we would like to see. We'd like to see some more integration with the VTT, but I think that will happen. I think that's coming. So we just got to each kind of get in, learn what we're doing, and then move along and see if we can get it, and ask them to do it. If more people are in our world and we have more power, we can press them to do the things that we want to see happen maybe a little bit sooner. There is power in numbers, that's for sure, because people are happy to see this thing grow. Now, I want to take a moment and thank everybody for watching this stream. I have a little gift to give away. For as long as I am talking, you can get the Wasting Away for free in our store. I'm going to put the link up for you. Where is, there it is. All right, you go there during the time I'm talking, and you should be able to get that for free. I don't know why the whole thing didn't link, but it's called Castles and Crusades A11, The Wasting Way. So that's one of our adventures. It's one of the adventures that is in World Anvil, but you can have a free PDF copy of it now if you go and download that. And will the Haunted Highlands be part of World Anvil? Definitely it will be. We are planning a Kickstarter to sort of break up, because the CKG had all the adventures inside it as well, and that book was massive, and we didn't like how it laid or fit, and it makes better sense to kind of split that off. So we're talking to Casey about revamping some of this, and then we're going to put that all together, and basically you'll be able to do anything you want to there, but it will definitely be added once we get all that set up. If it's in Arid, it will go into World Anvil. Now, whether or not we are able to fully put some of the game mechanics in it yet, I don't know. But if it's an adventure in Arid, if it's more place names, which we fleshed out some not too long ago in Gotland, and gave them all names and stuff, and gave some synopses of them, and that was added. So there's different things that are being added all the time, but definitely Haunted Highlands is going to go in, and we kind of want to start moving in and putting a little bit of Inzaya. For those who don't know, that's Steve's brother's world, and it's in Arid, but not in Arid. It's basically like a saucer so the world of Arid sits on it, and then it kind of fits in there. And there's the brass rings, and you can get there. So there's a lot of parts and stuff going in there. Yes, races, classes, and spells will be added. We're trying to figure out the best way to do that. The spells and the monsters and everything we're well, we're just basically looking at the best way to lay all of that out. Right now, we don't know exactly what will happen with it. We know we're going to put them in, but they might be in different levels as well. So you might get a little bit of races and classes and spells in each level. And when you get to the bigger level, obviously you're going to get everything. Um, or we might be doing it all in one section. We're just not sure yet. There's things in here that can be kind of cool where you hide things from people. If you're running the game, you don't want them to see it, that sort of thing. So we're still working on that. But yes, to answer your question, that is true. So we've gotten through World Anvil stuff. I think everybody should hopefully go give it a try. If you haven't given it a try yet, all you got to do is go check it out. Send me an email. We'll make you a follower, and you can see all the stuff that's in the follower section. While I've got a little bit of time left, I also wanted to show you people the GM tricks of the trade. I don't know how many of you know this, but every week Steve puts out about 5 new GM tricks. And he's been doing this for 20 some odd years, and he can keep a table of 20 going. So he's been doing it, and we've been archiving these things on Twitch for about I don't know, year and a half now, and then it started getting regular about 6 months ago. So we do one a week. Steve writes them, and then he goes over them on Twitch. Well, I started getting so many people asking me for copies of them. So what we decided to do was to put it up on our website. You can get to it through Patreon. Anybody that has paid World Anvil access gets it included in their access. It's just $1 a month, but right now I think we have 360 tricks in there. And you know, Bake Sauce is one of the guys that is doing a lot of work for us. He helped me make a searchable, sortable database. So it's a little bit like World Anvil in that if you want to look up something, let me take you over to it. So we'll take a quick look. Let me know, anyone, if you would, when the GM Tricks of the Trade show up on your screen, because I don't think either of my screens are showing me now. Basically, we send out a newsletter on Wednesday or Thursday, and they're listed there. Then we go over them on Thursday, and then usually Thursday or Friday or Saturday, whenever I have time, I take them and upload them to the database. So you guys will be able to see them here. Ah, great, it's there. Thank you, Chris. So basically, this is the layout of it. You have GM Tricks of the Trade, and then you can sort them by date. So for instance, right now you're seeing the oldest one that we have on 8/2 of 18. So that was over 2 years ago. But let's say I want to see the newest ones. I just click on the down button, and now I've got the last one that we did, which was Conflict and Horror. So you can see the dates: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I did it right. And I'm going to give that a second for it to come up. Yeah, so I see them coming up now. Oh, you're welcome, Lexfire. Glad you got it. I hope you enjoy it. So 11/5/20 was Conflict and Horror. Conflict and Horror. And then you've got 5 of them. And then it kind of gives you what they are. The trick is over here. And that gets you into those. But let's say I know he's been doing more on horror than just this past one. So I can put in the search horror, and then any instance of the word horror will come up from all the past shows that he's done that mention that word. So if you want to know something, for instance, about monsters, or you want to know something about spells, type in spells and you'll get it. You can also do a search by themes. So it'll go alphabetical, but you can search. It'll group all the ones that have the same sort of theme, like adventures, alternate healing, uh, big games, how to run big games, books for CKs. We did a nice full week of stuff that he wanted to show, the books and that he thought people might enjoy from all the books that he's read and have helped him become a GM. Let's see. Campaign mechanics. So basically, you can kind of go through here. And the idea is anytime we make 5 of them, we send them up, put them up on here, and make it available for people that are backing the Patreon. And again, the Patreon is $1 for the GM Tricks of the Trade. And then, but if you do the World Anvil at 5, 10, or 15, you get this thrown in as well. And then every week we'll add something to it. And sometimes we've been doing archives. We have been going back through the archives because when we first started doing this, we didn't even have a Twitch account. We just basically were writing them in the emails, and then we started thinking, well, we could do it on Twitch, and Chuck got us kind of into Twitch, but we were already down that road. So every once in a while, when we're busy or doing something else, we'll do an actual Twitch show of the old ones, and then that way they get into our YouTube database. So anyway, it's pretty cool stuff, especially if you're a GM or a DM or a CK as we call it. So go check it out. I think you can get it through the Patreon, and if you go into the Patreon, it will send a link to you with access and how to get into it. That again, that's Bake's Roe Bailiwick. He knows what he's doing there. I sort of just know how to set it up and to talk to people about it. All right, let's see. Do we have any more questions? Does anybody have any questions? Let's see. Looks great. So much great info on those. Yeah, I think if you're a GM, you want to go check it out. If not, I'll wrap this up. And then I'll tell you that tonight we have, or at 4 o'clock today, Steve is doing his Ask Me Anything, which is a pretty popular show. He will literally talk about anything. He'll start out with games, and then we'll move to Dr. Pepper, his dogs, the rain, his boots. Really runs the gamut, so you might want to check that out. It's kind of fun. And then tomorrow night we have the Haunted Holler painting with Daniel Fisher. I believe he's still doing that on Wednesday night. And then on Thursday we'll be doing the GM Tricks of the Trade at 4 p.m. And then Saturday Chuck is running his game now online Saturday morning, so go check that out. It's fun to watch him in his little Viking helmet. So that's all our shows for now. We're trying to add more. I'm going to try to start doing a more regular World Anvil. I'm hoping to bring in people to get them, talking instead of me, because there's people that know a lot more about this than I do. But Wayne and Chuck and Bake and everybody else that's been working so hard on this, they can answer your questions just as well as I can, probably better. If you're here for the first time, we'd love you give us a follow here on Twitch. All you gotta do is hit the follow button, and we would surely appreciate it. So for now, thank you all. If you have any questions, just shoot me a line. I'm at tim@trolord.com, and I will leave the Wasting Way free for the next 10 minutes, okay? I was going from 10 to 11, but we're going to finish up a little early because my internet's so bad. So you guys can go grab that if you haven't already. You can get it in our store. Just scan up a little bit and you'll see if you missed it out earlier, Trollord Games, TLG store, and you can pick that up for free. So tentatively going to try this again next Tuesday. We'll see how it goes. I may have to switch back to DSL if this doesn't get any better. But I want to thank you all for showing up, and we will talk to you later.